Hey everybody, this is Chris Whitcoe and I am delighted to be here with Lars today. We're going to be discussing a little bit about your journey and what's going on for you right now. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Kind of good. I started raw this morning.
You started raw, that's right, because last week I spoke with you and we talked about taking a challenge, taking your life into a new level because you've had some health challenges.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I've had high blood pressure. And I've gained weight. My pills make me sluggish, and I've had problems with there are some things in my brain that's bleeding.
Ooh.
So we've got to do. It's like it's time to do something. This stuff of just cutting back and doing this and these other things, that doesn't work.
It's not working.
I'm gonna go all. I gotta have to hit me all the way.
So what is this? What is transpired in your life that has made you desire to do this?
Well, I was helping my friend Rachel, and I was in her movie.
Okay.
And we saw the premiere the other day, and I saw myself on film, and I'm just like, who is that guy? And I said, okay, I got to get a haircut and I got to lose weight.
Right.
And the haircut was easy. Now's the hard part. So,
well, losing weight on a raw diet is easy because you get a lot of nutrients, you get sufficiently nourished, and it's not a lot of calories. So that part's going to be easy. However, as you probably know, and as a lot of people know, that eating healthy isn't always easy because of other factors.
right.
So what do you think the most challenging factors for you are going to be in this process?
I think it's going to be impulse and convenience.
Convenience.
And that's what what happens is when I'm hungry, like today, I was hungry. I'd eaten my salad around 1 o'clock. By around 3:30, I was pretty hungry again. And then I remembered the orange. So I ate the orange. And I just also thought about this. Usually when I'm eating and I'm snacking, I'm having like a donut or a candy bar or something like that. You'll eat it and you're kind of like, you don't feel too good.
Right, right.
But then I just noticed today, when I ate my salad, I was satiated. My hunger was satiated, but I didn't feel like sluggish or anything.
Right.
And then even when I had the orange, I felt like, oh, that was a good thing to eat. And just that soon.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have believed this if you you tell me all this stuff, and I really don't believe it.
I know, it's kind of like you have to experience it. And the reason for that, you may not know this, is because when you eat dead food, or I should say cooked food or processed food or anything that's not alive, your body requires a little bit of energy to break that down. It's because of the enzymes. When you eat food that is alive, the enzymes to break it down are in the food, are not destroyed. So it doesn't require as much of your internal energy to break down that food. When you eat a really heavy food that is cooked, a lot of times you want to take a nap afterwards.
Right.
When you eat a light food full of enzymes, it actually adds an energetic component to your body. So you're kind of feeling a certain way. You're hungry. You replace that hungry feeling with food, and then you're at the same time you're adding energy. So that's why.
Well, that's a good point, because yesterday was the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, I was over at my friend's house, and we had like refried beans, and we made cheese enchiladas, and we had rice, and it was a healthy, what you would think is a healthy meal.
Right.
It's not like we're eating just tons of garbage. It's real food. But then we ate it, and we're just like, okay, right, And then today, I'm not feeling that.
Right. Well, healthy to me, when I say what's healthy, I always respond with, it depends on where you are now and where you're choosing to go. So for some people, beans and tortillas might be healthier than other fast foods and stuff.
It certainly was for me.
Right. So that's a step in the right direction. So this week we're going to kind of, extreme sports. We're going 100% raw. Is what I would consider a fairly regular, normal guy when it comes to his diet and his eating. And there's a point in one's life when we choose that whatever is happening isn't working anymore. And sometimes you really got to hit a blow. I mean, you see this all the time in personal transformations. People got to go really low, get to some really bad spot often, not always, but often, and then they really go, you know what, enough is enough. So it's good that you really haven't gone to the point of no return. I mean, you still, you've got a lot of energy, you've got a lot of life in you. So this is just a matter of going to be making a few modifications. Now, at the same time, it is a complete life transformation. So that's going to mean that you're going to be seeing, you're going to see some things happening. Okay. And the first thing, and we haven't talked about this yet before because we wanted to catch it on tape, but the first thing that's going to happen, like the first day, today's like the first day. So your body's like, wow, this is interesting.
Right.
Not really sure what to do. The second day, it's like, oh, wait a minute. He's only putting healthy food in the, in the system here. If he does it one more day, I think this is serious. And so this is how I imagine it. So the first day, it's like, are you serious? Is this really good? Because what will happen on the third day is the body will kick into a cleansing mode. It's like you decide to wake up and you've been looking at the attic and it's been a wreck.
Right.
For, a couple years or how many years? A couple decades?
Oh, exactly.
And you say, I'm going to clean it. And you kind of walk past it a few times and you kind of get the cleaning supplies out and then finally you're in and you're actually making things happen.
Right.
Now, before it gets clean, it's going to get messy.
Right.
And so...
Oh, okay.
Right? So, what's going to happen is eventually what I've experienced and I've seen with a lot of people is during the cleansing process, it can go deep, it can be surface. I mean, it can go as deep as you want to go. But the idea for you is to just get it all out.
Right. Not
to mess around and, well, I mean, you're messing around, you're starting, and that's important. I mean, every little bit counts. But for me, it's like, look, let's just take this as far as we can go. How healthy can you be? I mean, you've already decided you're going to do it. So that's the hardest part.
Oh, I think, yeah.
Now it's just a matter of figuring out what to do, and that's actually relatively easy. What we're going to do is we're going to get together each day and talk, because the first day is, I mean, anybody can do just about anything for one day.
Right, right.
What it'll start to get challenging is on the third day.
Okay.
When your body starts moving into more of a detox mode. Because it's not like you're putting anything to stop the detox. As soon as you eat something cooked or something processed, the detox stops. So what happens to a lot of people, they start eating healthy, and then they start getting what's called a cleansing reaction. The body starts cleansing, and it feels like you're getting sick. Then they eat a hamburger, boom, the cleansing stops, they feel better. And so what does the logic say?
I shouldn't be doing this healthy stuff to begin with.
Yeah, this healthy stuff is making me sick.
Right.
And the quote-unquote bad stuff is making me feel better.
Right.
So we equate that this didn't work. You get a lot of people saying, no, I tried that and it didn't work.
Yeah, it made me sick.
Made me sick, or things like that. So let's just stay tuned. Let's just stay on it.
Okay.
Let's stay on it. So luckily, like I said, you're an active person. We live in a healthy environment, so which is going to support your decision and what you're doing in your activities. So how about today? I mean, were you tempted to go off? I mean, are you pretty...
No, actually I wasn't, because fortunate for me, my boss, and who happens to be one of my best friends ever, she's very excited about this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and she just came in and she would just say, "How you doing? How you doing?" And she's going to do that. And now tomorrow we have to go up, and we're doing video shoots all over Tucson, so we're going to be working.
Luckily, you got a brown bag.
Yeah. So she's going to be like, she's going to be watching me. So also, not only tomorrow, but the next day we're going to be doing the same thing.
Oh,
so we're going to be
great.
active. And I'm going to be doing all kinds of strenuous work.
Now, did you get any tea? Did you feel the need to do that?
No, I haven't. My problem will come tonight.
Okay, right.
Because I'm one of these people that can go all day long without eating, and then, then I can have dinner, around 6 o'clock, and then all at once I become this other person. It's like,
right.
Then I don't care what happens. I'm going to eat what that is.
Right.
So I think my problem is going to come later on tonight.
Do you have any herbal teas?
Yes, I have.
Because the warming, the factor we talked about, just the process of making the tea and drinking it, obviously it's not the same as a jelly donut.
Right. Or a steak.
Did you eat the kale chips?
Yes, I did, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like those.
Okay, so you've got basically the dinner or the bigger
yeah,
container.
because I knew
it was like a sandwich. It was like a a cracker with a spread on, a cheesy type spread,
right.
and it was very hearty. It was very filling.
And it has cucumbers and
some sliced zucchini.
Oh, was that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and some mushrooms. So it should feel okay. It should feel satisfied. So what you've got to do is kind of wrestle with what's going to start happening in your mind. Like, I'm not getting enough food. Now, is that true?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the idea that you're not getting enough food will be there. But the reality is, are you getting sufficient nutrients?
Well, logically, you know you are.
Logically, you know. So that's the part that you can say, I am actually getting enough food.
Right.
Without a doubt, no problem. I'm going to be hungry because from a caloric standpoint, it's not maybe what you're used to.
Exactly.
So you're going to feel the cravings and the urge to satisfy that homeostasis of where you are. But the reality is you're getting sufficient nutrients. You're getting enough nutrients, and the calories above and beyond that are already in storage.
Right, exactly.
So from an energy standpoint, you're fine. It's just from a psychological standpoint. So remember, you're going to have to shrink your stomach. You're going to have to recalibrate your homeostatic field, meaning that what you're used to, it's like when you start drinking at first, it's like one drink and you're completely loopy.
Right.
If you drink enough,
I'm still that way, by the way.
well, that's probably good. But if you drink enough, if you drink 3 or 4 beers a day or whatever, glasses of wine, after a while, it takes a lot more for you to feel the effect.
Right.
Why is that? Because your body gets used to it. So your body's used to a kind of a certain level. This is what your body's used to right here.
Uh-huh.
Now we're moving into the 150-pound version of you. And so we're going to go for a while in transition. And a good healthy shift is about 1 pound a day.
Okay.
So what are we talking about, 80 pounds or so?
Uh-huh.
So that's 80 days.
Whoa.
Isn't it hard to believe that it's doable in 80 days? That's like less than three months.
That's crazy.
And and you think you spent how long not being in your ideal.
Oh, yeah.
And so 3 months from now, we can do this. Now, that's not to say if it doesn't happen or if it takes longer, that's okay too. Because this is, to me, not about doing it in 3 months and being done.
No. It's not a quick fix. And that's what Dr. Cousins told me too. He said it's slow.
It's slow. And it's okay, because what we're doing is we're not only changing what you're actually doing. What has to happen is the beliefs have to change. The beliefs about who you are and what you think you need, that must change. Otherwise, it's willpower. I mean, willpower is okay in the short term, but it's nowhere near as powerful as radically changing your paradigm and your belief and using your imagination to really have a strong sense of what you think you can become, how you're going to get there. The imagination is more powerful than the will.
Oh, right.
Because if I have to walk across, maybe a skinny beam really high, if I try to will myself, my fears are going to come up. But if I imagine myself succeeding, I can walk right across it. So imagination is more powerful than will. So this is not about willing yourself. It's about shifting your paradigm so that it's about what you believe in yourself and what you believe yourself to be.
Great.
And I like this little motto. Nothing, this is for me, nothing tastes as good as healthy feels.
You think you're being satiated right now, but you're really not, because again, after I eat a candy bar, after I eat a donut, after I eat these, or chocolate milk or some insane thing, at midnight,
right,
you feel terrible.
Right. So tonight, if you have any really strong urges to go off, just give me a call.
Okay.
We can talk about it.
Okay.
I think you'll be all right the first night. I just have a sense, but if not, that's fine. Okay, anything else?
That's all I can think of.
All right, Lars. Well, we'll check in tomorrow and see how it goes.
I'm glad to be on this journey.
We're glad to have you, because that what you're going through is totally real. And as we continue to post this, it's going to be an inspiration for a lot of people.
I really hope so, because I know I'm a tough candidate. And
I've been working on you for about 5 years.
I know.
I don't know what's shifted last week, but I guess the video. You see yourself on the big screen.
You appeal to my vanity. That's the best thing.
All right. Well, let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.